Good day. Yeah, we're kind of running late again this month. I've had traveled at the beginning of this month again. I had to go back up to the Denver area and came home, and then I came home with a horrendous cold that has just been putting me on my butt, so to speak. So I got my Bespoke post here, which arrived while I was up in the Denver area, and I'm home. Last week I got new lighting. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but when I got home, I was sitting here underneath my fan one night and sat there and played with the speed of the blades, because I looked up and I'm like, I usually keep it on the high setting, and it didn't look like it was on the high setting, so I pulled the chain and same speed, pulled the chain, same speed, pulled the chain, oh, it stopped. So then when I pulled the chain again to go back to high speed, I had a fireworks display. I had sparks fly, I had loud popping, and I was like, well, that's not safe. So I took the blades off so I wouldn't turn the fan on, and I even put a piece of tape over the switch for the fan so I wouldn't accidentally start the fan motor. A little bit of paper. I opted out again this month because I don't remember what they picked for me, but I got the Titan knife that is wrapped in plastic. You know I am with plastic, folks. I don't know why we got rid of the cards. I guess extra expense, but still. So this knife is by Titan. I got a collection of knives, and I live here in Texas, and we don't have the mountains that we do in Colorado, so it's not like I'm going to probably use the greatest share of my knives. Maybe I'll just gift them to my kids as I go on. This has got like a Damascus blade on it. Now, a lot of stuff is coming out with Damascus blade or the Damascus pattern on the blade, and I remember reading a few years ago that supposedly we lost the art to make Damascus blade, but I guess someone found the art again. So this is a good little knife. I mean, it fits in the palm of your hand. Looks very sharp. It's got a good edge, and something for protection, and or wouldn't use it really for cooking, but just something probably mostly for protection. It's got a sheath or a belt loop that you can put it on, and it looks nice. Nice weight to it, not that heavy. So having gone to Denver, I do have an update. I think this is what they call the line of trade. I think this was what they called the military style jacket, so to speak. It's a light jacket. It came in handy. I wore it several days because the weather was not really cold, but cold enough to actually wear a light jacket, and I love it. And I also, I should have got it out. I also took the short sleeve shirt that I got a few months ago, and when I got the shirt and felt the material, I was like, this doesn't look like it's going to be comfortable. Turns out it's actually a comfortable shirt, despite that it looks like it's seersucker, so to speak, pattern to it, but it actually was a comfortable shirt, and I didn't have any problem with it being on my skin, so to speak, like, oh, seersucker, you know, nothing pulled. Other than that, not much else to talk about. Just got a nice knife. I do love wolves. Wolves is my favorite animal, and some people say, well, you picked a wolf as your favorite animal because you became a warrant officer, because we call ourselves wolves. The Warrant Officer Liberation Front, wolf. No, I've loved wolves all my life. That's why I've always had Siberian Huskies as dogs, because one time somebody asked me, you know, if someone rescued a wolf and domesticated it, would you bring it into your household? And I said no, because deep down inside, it's still a dangerous animal. and who knows what might trigger it one day. And of course, back then, you know, I had a little one, so do I want to lose a little one to a wolf? Not really. So, no, and plus, they should just be in there. If they can't go back into the wild, they should be in a refuge where somebody's going to take care of them and let them have a open space to run around free, because that's what they should have. They shouldn't be confined into a house. So this is Chief for April Bespoke post. Can't wait to see what we get for March. That video is going to be delayed too, because 1st of March, or first couple of weeks of March, one of those weeks, I'm taking off to go to Amsterdam. I was going to take a trip in March to Amsterdam, but that got delayed because of my first trip to go up to the Denver area, and I got one more in me that I have to do, and that will be in June, and hopefully that will be the last trip that I take to the Denver area. So Chief out. Freedom's not free. You know what to do with veterans. Feed them, clothe them, play it forward, pay it forward. That's what I do. People ask me, well, Chief, do you give money to, you know, the people you see on the street? And I go, not necessarily, because I don't want to give them money for their habit. But I will gladly go buy them a burger and fries and a hot coffee to give them something warm in their belly. That's what I do. I help when I can. My parents taught me that. Now, if they need money, they got to have a real good reason why they need it. Because when I have traveled across the country, I always wish I had like a 5-pound bag of dog food or a 2 or 3 pound bag of dog food that I could give, because in my various trips across the country throughout my service, I always ended up in a rest stop, which are disappearing, and always somebody there with their dog going on their own path. So, Chief out. Freedom's not free. You know what to do with the veterans. Thank you.